The United States has at times stood accused of war crimes before, in the rubbles of Fallujah, the Vietnamese villages, and the prison of Abu Ghraib. And the world has always demanded answers. While those answers were not satisfying, at least Washington felt the weight of the accusations. At least they acknowledged the event. Hello everyone, and welcome to the new episode of Polite Affairs. But this time, 100 days have passed, and silence is the only answer from the White House. War crimes are tragically common in human conflicts. We have become numb to numbers, but some crimes are not statistics. They are disasters. They will not be forgotten, especially when the victims are children, and especially when the response is not an apology, but denial. This is Minab, a small quiet city in southern Iran, just kilometers from the strategic Strait of Hormuz. This is a place of fishermen, date farms, and children. On February 28th, as the first strikes of the latest US-Israeli campaign against Iran began, this school became a cemetery. While American precision Tomahawk cruise missiles hit it not once, not twice, but 3 times. The official numbers are 175 souls, mostly children, alongside their teachers and in some cases, their parents. But the reality is worse. They were girls and boys, sons and daughters, between the age of 7 and 12. They were sitting in their classrooms. It's strange that this place has been a school for more than a decade. Anyone could check it on all maps. There is no room for an error, at least for 3 attacks in a matter of half an hour. Let's make a comparison. Iran is always being accused of the most evil things on earth. When the territories of at least 10 countries were used to launch these attacks against Iran, the Iranians retaliated and attacked thousands of targets in all these countries for 40 days. But not a single attack on a school, on a house, on a hospital, or any other civilian location was reported. But how did America commit this crime in the very first minutes of this war, and in the closest distance to its military presence in the Persian Gulf? And let's not forget, this was not the only war crime in this war. Dozens of other civilian kills were reported in Iran. Under international humanitarian law, specifically the Geneva Conventions and the Rome Statute, the targeting of an educational facility during school hours is a grave breach. And what has been the American response? Firstly, Trump said it was Iran. Then he admitted it was American missiles. And finally he said, quote, "We are investigating." In the language of the law, this is known as plausible deniability. But in the language of justice, it's simply obstruction. And here is where this tragedy takes a turn. An official from Iranian Foreign Ministry made a shocking claim. He suggested that the Minab massacre was not a military error, but a ritual sacrifice. Baal, Moloch, the gods historically appeased through the burning of children. It sounds like the plot of a horror movie, but in the age of Jeffrey Epstein, where bank accounts are tied to the name Baal and powerful few meet on a private island, the lines between conspiracy and reality have blurred. Is it possible that the same dark spiritual obsession that motivated Epstein motivated the targeting of a school in Minab, a sacrifice of children to ensure military success in Iran? In a world of outdated coordinates and endless investigations that go nowhere, perhaps we are looking for answers in the wrong places. Perhaps the law cannot explain an act of pure metaphysical evil. 3 months later, America tries to move on. But for the families of Minab, clock stopped at 9 a.m. on February 28th. Every night, they gather here and spend time with their sacrificed children until dawn. Whether this was a military mistake, a reckless violation of the laws of the war, or a dark ritual in service of demon, the result is the same. History will judge the planners of this attack, but history cannot judge the dead. Only we can. By remembering, by asking the question the media refuses to ask. This is Minab, and this crime must never be forgotten, even if they pretend it never happened. Subscribe for truth and share this video. Also, don't forget Minab.